Welcome. This is my keto pizza recipe, and here I am putting my cubed mozzarella with the cream cheese in the toaster oven. I'm doing it at a kind of lower temperature, and then I'm checking it. In the recipe notes, I'll tell you how long that we're doing it for. So first, it's going to be not quite melted, and then I'm going to put it in for another 8 or so minutes, and we're going to melt it even further. So as you can see, it is melted. We just need to stir it to incorporate it, and then once we do that, then we'll be able to add our eggs. But as you will see, I forgot to put the eggs in. I will continue this at the kitchen table. But I adapted this recipe from some other recipes that I saw online. So what you see there is the coconut flour, the 1/3 to 1/2 cup. I'm mixing it in with the cream cheese and mozzarella mixture. And as you can see, I have my 2 eggs there, farm fresh eggs from our chickens, and I had forgotten to put them in initially. So you won't see it on the video, but after I figure it out, I will have added the eggs in and just kind of stirred it all in. It wasn't exactly the best way to do it, but I got it done and it still worked. So I'm going to be doing a supreme pizza, topping pizza. I was considering doing half veggie and half meat, but I just went ahead and put all my veggies and all my meat in there, as you will see later. So the bowl will still be hot from the toaster oven, but just use mitts. And once we get the egg in there, we are going to put that dough ball on that parchment. So what you see here is me putting it on the parchment already, and just kind of make it into the shape of a ball. So we're going to be putting another thing of parchment on it, and we're going to take the rolling pin and we are going to roll it into the shape of the pizza crust, and as you will see very soon. So as you can see, it is more yellow because it has the egg. And those are the 2 pieces of parchment paper with the dough in between. And I just used my little Pampered Chef thing. Instead of a rolling pin, you can use a full-fledged rolling pin, but I just used that. And we're going to put that on top of your baking pan, as you can see there. Then you're going to put it in the oven, and it's going to bake for around 10 minutes or so. Let it cool. Let the cheese. The cheese is going to melt a little bit. So here you see me putting on the pizza sauce, and then I'm going to put the cheese on top of the pizza sauce, and then I'm going to put my toppings. And so I used, for my cheese, Dutch country cheese, Parmesan, and mozzarella. I used I didn't use the Parmesan until I put the cheese on the toppings on the pizza. So the actual fathead dough has the Parmesan and the cream cheese in the dough, and then I put additional cubed and cut up mozzarella and Parmesan. I was going to do my food processor shredder, but I accidentally had it on the slice side and I ended up breaking my blade. So I cubed it and it worked out. And then my veggies, I used onion, garlic, bell peppers, black olives, and chopped mushroom. For my meat, I used Genoa salami from our Naturally Ideal Co-op, venison bologna from our friends from church, and cooked venison burger seasoned with spices, garlic, and probably onion, and I might have put some cooked veggies in there as well. So one note I did want to say that the cream cheese in this recipe is probably optional, but some recipes online use it, others don't. But I opted for it because I wanted the additional calories because I'm trying to gain weight. And another note is that people typically use the microwave to melt the cheese in the beginning, but I opted for the toaster oven as you're not in such a rush, and I don't like using the microwave. Okay, here we are doing the final touches on this delicious keto fathead pizza. I've been wanting to make this recipe for some time, and our generous friends from the company that the cheese came from supplied this cheese so I could make these video recipes for y'all. So we are so indebted to them to be able to eat their delicious cheese and eat this delicious keto pizza. So in the oven it goes, 400 degrees. We're going to do it for additional 10 to 15 minutes. It depends on how many toppings you have, actually. Since mine was loaded up, it aired on the longer side, but there it is. There it is in all of its glory. And here I am. I I cut it after I let it cool for like 5 minutes. And let the cheese sit up. Put it on my plate. And I'm going to cut a little piece off and I'm going to taste it. So here I am just lifting up the pizza so you can see the underneath what it looks like. Some of the liquids kind of, when it came out, you could see the liquids on it. I was going to try to drain it off, but it absorbed in, so that wasn't the problem. And since we had pretty much lean meats on there, it's not, I would not say extremely greasy. Well, there's a lot of cheese in there, but it doesn't taste like it's not a regular pizza. So here it goes. And yes, it was good. I can only eat a little bit at a time, so I just kind of nibbled at it as I was cooking in the kitchen, kind of working at it a little bit at a time. And yes, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed eating it. I shared a piece with my friend next door. And the rest is in the refrigerator. You can keep it in the fridge for several days or you can freeze it. So I hope you enjoy this and you make one yourself.